There's a study by McKinsey that was done a couple of years ago, and they looked at over 400 companies, B2C and B2B companies, very profitable companies, huge return on shareholder value. And they found out that the number one differentiator across the board is CX. That's today in the largest, most profitable growing companies. So it just puts a massive exclamation point on the fact that we got to not look at this as an afterthought. We have to look at this as a primary business driver. We have to think about it as a part of the go-to-market strategy that we haven't before, right?
It is very fair to say for most B2C businesses in the world today, the only remaining human touch point between your end customer and you is a customer service agent. Somebody who may be onshore, nearshore, or offshore. What are you doing, businesses, CEOs, board of directors? What are you doing to make sure that interactions, whether it's 20 seconds or 25 minutes, has delight, has satisfaction on the back end? Because to your point, if it's a bad outcome, more and more we're having personalization, we're having other opportunities. You give me a bad outcome when I'm trying to find my luggage. It takes me and costs me nothing to trade airlines the next time I fly. And that's with everything.
Did you have a story? I thought you usually flew one airline and then you switched because of the customer experience. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's a really good memory because I know we were chatting about that. So I ended up jumping on an airline because I was traveling from the Bay Area to the East Coast every several weeks. And I picked an airline that gave me the greatest Wi-Fi coverage. I could get Wi-Fi before the plane took off. I could get it after it landed, and it was free. Well, I love that. I bragged about that at dinner parties. Ultimate for CX guys, right? Have somebody talking about it at a dinner party where wine is flowing. And then lo and behold, over the following couple years, the Wi-Fi service degraded to the point where I left the airline because I could no longer count on it. That's something 10 years ago we would have never thought of. And this is the point of this story. We would have never considered that Wi-Fi needed to be bulletproof from the beginning to the end of a journey. Now it's built in. We expect that every single time or we're going to move on.
That is a perfect example of your dollars were part of that $3.7 trillion that were up for play because of poor customer experience.
Absolutely. At the last company I was at, we provided a conversational AI solution for contact centers. One of these phone systems that would say, "Hello, Steve, I recognize you by your phone number. How can I help you today?" And this needs to happen every hour of every day for solutions like this. You need to be counting the seconds of delay. You need to, with AI, with generative AI, now moving into predictive AI, when we're moving from automation, which is what we've had for the last couple of years, into true orchestration. Every second counts. Every engagement counts. And we're going to talk about this in a second, I know, but that flawless experience, which was such a surprise and delight a couple years ago, is now baseline expectations.